Hello everybody. Today we are going to install Jenkins on our Windows server machine. Basically, Jenkins is server-based tool, and we will get to the introduction and all the details in next video. But in this video, we are going to install Jenkins on Windows server machine. So let us get started. First of all, I have compiled some steps from the Jenkins website, Jenkins on server documentation page. So let us get started. So here we have documentation about how we install on Windows. So all those steps are listed in this document. Basically, I will start with all the instructions that have been recommended by Jenkins and their documentation. So let us get started. First of all, what we need to do is that installing the steps are given here. Prerequisites, you can read through these ones. We have this server that we are going to start with is server 22, and basically this is the most recent one. So I don't have the Java installed. Java JDK is required for all these operations that are performed by Jenkins. Jenkins is basically itself is a Java tool, right? Java based tool. So it will require, because look at the you can confirm if we have Java JDK. It may have, but let me check it first. We need a Java JDK, actually Java development tool, right? So if you want to check it, what Java version, Java version. So you don't see Java is recognized. So let me increase some size of these fonts for your visibility. So basically, I will go for 20. I would say 24 rather, right? 24, and so now it's okay. See, when I try to execute Java command and Java is not recognized. So basically, if we don't have Java, it won't run. So let us follow the instructions. You can install Java as you require. It requires Java JDK, not Java JRE. JDK and JRE is different. That runtime only and or development kit, right? So for from their website, from their Jenkins documentation page, we have Java requirements written in the page. You can go through that one. I will provide this document in the description section. So we can have any of 11. We can have JDK 17, JDK 21. So here it recommends a couple of names, OpenJDK, and there is one Amgen Core 2, right? Amgen, but I never did this one, but let us try to find this one, Eclipse Temurin. So I will click on this one and will download from that website. Yes, I want to go there. From there, we can download. We will download. I will decline all the cookies, right? But basically, Windows 64. We have Windows 64. MSI is easy to install, so we will go with the MSI installation. So installing Java, it is your choice. Not, you don't have to follow me. You can go to Oracle website. You can go to any other website wherever it provides either JDK 11, 17, or I think 21. Yeah. So these are the ones that are required minimum, right? So I will start by opening this one, and this is going to. I cannot increase the size of this one. By the way, I did not have the what we call is the tool for. Okay, I will select Java home. So that is fine. So Java, Oracle, registry keys. I don't think this one is relevant here. So I will select this one will be installed. So Java home variable should be in the path, right? So that it can execute from anywhere, right? So we are going to install this one. Once it is installed, then we need to note the path, right? So what we need to do is let me open text document just for notes. what we are doing. Okay, so in my notes I will put the path just so that I can when I need it I can copy paste. So let us go to C drive and see where did it install, right? So C drive, if you go in the C, you have a 64-bit. This is the one that and the one bin. So we need path up to bin or up to where, I'm not sure. Let us copy it up to bin and then we will see how the instructions come up, right? So basically I'm noting this one down here. I will increase the font size again. It will make 20, right? So I'm pasting it here. So this is the path where our JDK executables are installed. So we will go for next step, and for next step installation, we will go to download Jenkins. Let us go to download page, and I am going to download Jenkins now. So Jenkins stable LTS is fine, and then from there we will go for the Windows one. So Windows one is here. Okay, I will click this one, and I think that will start downloading Jenkins MSI. Once you download Jenkins MSI, you need to start it same way as you did the Java MSI. Sorry. So yeah, so done, and I am going to execute this one. Let me close the browser so that it doesn't confuse you. Browser. So I'm closing the browser. I'm keeping this one up so that this is documentation page. So let us continue. Let us see what it asks. It's asking for a Jenkins installation. Default path is good, and then I will go for a run as local system. I will say not recommended, but let us do it that way for now. Run as user is like recommended from the documentation. The reason we will know that later on why they might be asking as a user. But anyway, I am going with the run as a local system, so that is not a problem. So port, now next port. So yeah, port. So when it is asking 8080 port, but they have included in their installation that we must test it before we get to next step, right? See, the next is the grayed out. Once you test it, it should be fine because this server is a new server. We are not using any other service here, right? So next, and then from next we are going for look. See, please select the path of the Java for Java development. So see, it is in the example it is showing that it's not including bin folder, but up to here that is the home folder for the Java JDK. Java JDK home folder is the one, right? So we are putting this one here, and next we will start the service and we will give the firewall exception. I will give it this way. It is preferred. Yeah, okay. I prefer it. So let us see what they say. Okay, the firewall, they're not doing the firewall because maybe they are running everything for the demonstration purpose. If you are running everything within this server that we are installing, but if we are accessing this one from outside, then you need exception. But I am including exception anyways, right? So next, and then we will be waiting for the installation. We are giving it go to install, and after that what we need to do, finish, right? See, let us see, we have done the finish. Okay, so after the finish, we are almost done for installation, and then we can go and check if the service is being run, right? So I don't need it anymore. We will go to services. You can see within the services there should be Jenkins. Jenkins should be running up and running, right? With J Jenkins, see Jenkins. So if you go and check the logon, see it is local system installation. Then there are no dependencies. So this is independent service. By the way, if we are going to test it, now we have installed it, we will go and check it. Let us open. Remember, we installed it on port 8080, right? So if we are on port 8080, how we access it? http:/local host, because it is on the same server, right? And then we are going to port 8080. 8080. See, let us at the same time go for let me reduce the size, because we don't need that much real estate on this. So let us go and see what they are doing here in the, oh, they have installed it, but I haven't included the next step. Next step we needed to, yeah, actually I have not copied all the steps here. This is just up to installation, but this is for configuration also. Let us go for two things more. So in this page, we are going to get the unlock. Now, what it is telling you that, okay, let me copy this path. This is a file where we have the password for the safety and security, all these things, because this is Jenkins is a CI/CD tool and it is being used universally. So they have included this step for safety. The password that we need to start the service administration server. So we have to copy this one. We have the password inside this one. Okay. So basically what we will be doing, we are going to open one of the terminal, or maybe or maybe the Explorer, whatever. But you can go that way. And by the way, if you go with the terminal is command prompt here. I would say we will type this file like this, and we will get this password. This is the password that we are getting from the file. Now you can go with the file explorer as well, right? So if you are giving the file name here, look what we are doing. Let me explain to you. If we are pasting this one like this, the last part is the file name, right? Initial password, right? This part is given and this is the password, right? So if we open this browser over there up to there is a master key, then there is initial password. Now this password, how will you open? I mean, there is no file extension, so Windows will not know how you want to open it. But which tool will be suitable? Because if there is a txt file extension, then it will automatically open with the text editor. But here we know it because this is a text-based password. So we will open with the notepad, right? If you go with this one, so you are getting the same result here, right? So copy this password anyway, whatever the way you prefer. Then just get it to the same window where it was asking administrator password. So we are just the service has been started, but it's logged so far, not configured anything, right? So we are giving the password here, pasting the password here, and we are going into it, and it got open. Now it is opened, and it is opened as administrator. Now there are two options offered here. So for these two options, we will select the first one. By default, when you are advanced user and you have all the mastery and all the grip on this Jenkins tool, then you can go for selecting your own selection of whatever. But by default, they recommend us to use this one. So with this one, most commonly used plugins are being installed. Plugins, right? Means any tool has some plugins so that you can customize this functionality. This is called plugins, right? So once you get this one installed, then we are ready to use this one. So our today's session will be up to this one. Tomorrow, next session, we will be focusing on creating pipelines. How do we create pipelines, Jenkins pipelines? Now, before we do that, next time, we will discuss, we have just installed the tool on this machine, and this machine will stay there for next session as well. So before we actually go deeper into all these details, we will discuss what the Jenkins tool is being used for. This is I would say integral part of, for me, as I define it, it's integral part of Jenkins. It is most of the times it is required 99%. So we are creating the first admin user. Basically, this user is independent of Windows. This is user is independent of operating system. Anything, you can create the user admin. I will give it like, let us say admin. I don't know if it is a case sensitive or not, but then I will give my password. Now admin password, usually I give something like this. You can note it down yourself, right? And then you give your own password and like this. Then full name, uh, Jenkins administrator. Anything. It's not required here, but you can do it. But even on the email address, you don't need to give it. But I am saying administrator. I'm giving it here like that. You can put anything here, right? Email. I would say anything, but even dummy one. So mail at jenkins.com. So rather mail, I will say admin. Anyway, so save and continue. Okay, you have saved this one, and now it is telling you can open. It's just giving the URL that we already used it, so we know it already. We don't need it. So start using. So here, this is our dashboard. We will be working here most of the times. Everything.
So yeah, we will now start doing same things installation on one of the Linux box. Uh, let me let me do this one now. Uh, this machine is a Windows machine, but at the same time we have one of our Linux machine also running. So let us do this one from the this machine. We will connect to the remote server, remote Linux server. So in the and then we will be installing this one on the remote Linux server. Yes. So we will check first of all if the server is already up. Then we will connect to the then we will connect to the putty. We need to install putty also. Let us check the version. Sorry, the server is up or still coming up. Actually, I had to provide 168, 192, 168, 13, and 150. This is the location of the new Linux server that is up and running now. So for this purpose, I need to go and find putty online. You can use putty installer or just standalone putty. So well, not this one. This one is Microsoft, but we will go to we will go to Putty's on download page. In this page, we have download Putty, the first choice, right? And from there we will go for either installer or standalone alternative. Uh, yeah, Putty XZ. This is 64-bit Putty. So once this is downloaded, this runs as it is as an exe. So we will go and execute this one at whatever location. Basically, usually I put it on one particular location, but for the time being, we can use this way as well. There is no requirement of moving it anyway. So as long as we have got our configuration correct, so we will connect to the to the Linux server so that we can interact with the server and do the things on the server. So I am making the size bigger, window size. Then I am increasing the font size. Usually I use 14. Even if we use 16, that will be even better. Then we have to go to the general session and give it the IP where we have either IP or host name where we have the remote server sitting there. It uses port 22 for a connection. Putty uses port 22. So we have to we are connecting as a root super user. So this will yeah for this purpose mostly we avoid to use but for this demonstration we will use root user. You can change a little more, make the size even bigger. I would say 18 is that. What 16? Okay, okay, the 16 is good. So from here we will keep doing the things. I have put the instructions in a text file. Previously, when I tried that way, so we are installing Java version. Java is not available. We already checked that. So we are going to get that one RPM installer file RPM for Linux. So once it's downloaded, then we will run RPM with the RPM command. What it will do, it will bring the repository on the local server. So this is RPM, but this is RPM for Java. Then after that, we will set up the repository for Jenkins. RPM is downloaded already, so we will execute it. This RPM command. I already have that one in my notepad. That command is the one that we run. That's the downloaded RPM locally on the server, right? So this way we install Java now. Now Java is available, and in Linux case we don't have to provide anything. We are not installing through the GUI. We are installing through the command line, right? So this curl command is actually setting up a repository on our local server. Repository is a some small file, and there is one block, Jenkins block that we mentioned, which is used for the purpose of yum install commands, right? So yeah, people who are using Debian, they have apt-get. That also needs the same kind of repository. So yeah, repository is set up now. Last command we need to execute is install Jenkins. So this will install Jenkins over the network. Now we have to set up the service for Jenkins. Software is installed. Now we are setting up service here. This command includes now switch. Now switch means it will start the service immediately after setting up, enabling the service setting up and doing everything in one command. So this will take a little longer than the other two commands. Are basically other three commands. This is included everything in one. We can check the status with the same command. By removing the now switch and changing enable to the status keyword. So this way we will know that yeah, service is up and running. Then because we are using it on a remote server, and if we are connecting through the browser on any other server than the local, then we must set up the firewall command. Firewall port has to be opened for 8080. So let us do that one now with the firewall command. Firewall cmd. This server is server name is page pgs linux, right? And it is IP is as we have already connected to the IP 192.168.13 and 150. So just make a note in my notepad that we have this server. Now this is the remote one. So when we are doing anything, the Jenkins will be running on that server. We should be aware that if we use this reference for executing the commands will be executed on the remote server, not on the local one. Local one is being used only as a as a terminal. So server will be the real IP server that 192 or whatever. So let us do the firewall now. Firewall command, we are opening port 8080 for TCP. We are adding this one to the firewall in the list of open ports. See, add switch, add port. Right? Third 8080 port TCP is being added to the firewall. Now firewall is already running, so we are reloading it so that it will include that port also for us to be used. So the steps on installation side is complete. We will check through the browser if their service is responding properly, and also create the user as we did in the Windows side first. Same thing is here. So because we are using headless connection uh, to the server Linux one, and that one the browser will connect same way as Putty has connected remotely. So we are mentioning the IP instead of localhost. Localhost was used in Windows case because that was the local one to the server. Same thing here. Jenkins keeps same level on even Windows and whatever, but it provides the file name. So this file name has to be open, and we can pull that password from that file. Opening typing is cat here in Linux, cat command. So we will copy this one, and in putty when we highlight something that automatically you don't have to go and right click and say copy, but it is already copied when you highlight. So we are going to put it into the password text box, right? So yes, it will work same way as before. So we will install the suggested plugins that are suggested by Jenkins themselves. So first option, and it will take a little bit time to install those ones. And after we will have to create the user ID, right? So we need to remember that we are running on a remote server. So these commands will be executed on that server where we have this service running. But this browser session is on our local Windows server. So when you have given the IP address and connecting to that server. So things will happen on that one. Locally, we already done these things, and if you open the local session, it will not be asked, would not ask same thing again, right? So this is last step, and we are almost done. After creating this one, we will get to the dashboard, the opening dashboard. So all those practices that we need to do on the Jenkins, creating pipelines and all this knowledge about main details of the things we will be doing it in next session. Jenkins is ready, so when you start using, you will get same thing as the other one. So this is all about installation. On we have installed on two servers. One is Windows, and the other one is Linux. Linux is Oracle Linux 7.9, as you see in this window. And this is all for today, and tomorrow we will be doing other things, more actual um, CI/CD, understanding how the CI/CD works and all these details. So, if you want to see, I am going to show you uh, like on the Linux server itself, opening a GUI terminal on that one is this is virtual machine, and I haven't installed what we call virtual machine guest editions are not installed, so it is quite a bit limited. But we will be using root by user ID, and this way, when we will connect, it will be local, not the remote. Now we are connecting to the machine rather than before was with PuTTY. So this is on Windows AMD 11, so that's why I have to come there to show you how we do it locally. Same way as in Windows situation, we will open the Firefox, which is the browser default browser on the Red Hat, and in that one now this time we will be using localhost because now it is local on the server. The service is running local on the server, right? So in this one we will put the same thing as what we call is uh, localhost localhost colon 8080. Now this 8080 port is being used locally, not through the firewall. This is local. So when we will log into the same user ID that we created as an administrator, and you will get same thing, uh, same dashboard. So basically, if you have done with the if you have opened the ports on the server, because this Jenkins is a server-based thing, and we have to connect it like a client from outside. So all these things are same, and we will conclude our session here. But next session we will be starting to do the things. But before we do that one, we will spend some time next session to go to details and definitions, all that we need to learn before we go and developing it, right? Thank you very much for your time. Have a nice day. We will see you soon. Thank you. Bye. Let us know if anything special you need to know about these things through email. Thank you. Bye now.